Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are looking at the X-TIE Ugly. This is another so-called ugly design. This patchwork starfighter is typically constructed by mating the solar panels from a earlier TIE fighter onto the fuselage of an Incom X-Wing starfighter. These ships are barely space-worthy, and the pilots that fly them are generally pirates or down-under-luck smugglers. While the X-TIE is an adequate weapon against unarmed commercial vessels, a true starfighter is significant enough to just destroy these uglies by the dozens. So what we're looking at is a smaller or another ugly fighter that great for down on your luck characters or just doing pirates or whatever else. It's got the length of 12.5 meters. Crew of one. Notice that there is no droid on here. So we don't have a droid. We do have a cargo capacity of 110 kilograms, so roughly about 220-ish pounds. Consumables for about a week. We do have a hyperdrive of ×1, and we have a nav computer with a limit of 1 jump. Without having a droid on there, that limits us to what we can do. Maneuverability is pretty decent at a 3D plus 1. Our space is 9, so that's very nice. In the atmosphere, we can do 1,050 kilometers per hour. Has a nice hull based off of the X-Wing starfighter, so that's a 4D. Shields are kind of rudimentary at 1D. Our sensor packet is a passive scan is 2.5 kilometers. Our active scan is 5 kilometers. Our search is 7.5 kilometers, and our focus is 400 meters. We do have 4 laser cannons on here being taken from the X-Wing. Exactly where they're mounted can vary from ship to ship. Remember, these are uglies. These have been listed in a couple different books. If I can bring this up here correctly. So what we have is they've appeared in the X-Wing, the Krytos Trap, Ambush at Corellia, which is being listed as the first appearance, Assault of Salonia, Showdown at Centerpoint, and New Jedi Order Dark Tide 1 Onslaught. My information is coming from Kraken's Threat Dossier. Otherwise, there's a picture in the Platt Smuggler Guide. Scum and Villainy has got some reference to it, and then the complete Star Wars Encyclopedia has got a reference to it as well. Whenever you get a fighter like this, I know on Wikipedia they have like a cost of about 60,000 credits. Being a forever dungeon master, referee, whatever you want to call me, for my own personal group, I might let it go for 5 to maybe 10,000 credits. It's always going to be cheap because to me, these ships are held together by duct tape, baler twine, and a hope. Even though they may have like a hull of 4D, are the wings going to stay together? Is the propulsion system going to stay fastened on? Some of the stuff is just spot welded or whatever you want to call it. Maybe it falls apart, maybe it doesn't. And you could, there are rules for some of that stuff in there too, which we may hit later on. Having ships like this are always interesting. It adds a lot of extra stuff to game mechanics to sit there and say, hey, is your ship going to hold together or is it just going to completely fall apart? But, some of the fun things that you get with these ships. But with that, there we are. Hope you're enjoying the series. I'm enjoying bringing it to you, and we'll see you in the next video.